People, hello and welcome to probably episode number 7 of Stop Crying Poser, my podcast. A little bit about skateboarding, a little bit about life, and by the end of this you'll be a little bit wiser, a little bit happier, and hopefully a little bit warmer inside your bellies, because I'm going to feed you guys some knowledge. Who do we have here in the chat? Don Vito, Cassidy, No Nino, Filipino, Joe the Myth, Justice for All, Lewis, Itchit, VL Scoot, and more. We record this podcast live every single Friday, right around 4 p.m. Pacific time. But if you're not catching it live, that means you're watching this on YouTube, or maybe you're listening to it somewhere. We used to have it on SoundCloud, but SoundCloud tried to play some bullshit game with me that I didn't want to play. If you're watching on YouTube, these come out every single Sunday. So if you don't get a chance to catch it live, you can always watch it on YouTube. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ninja Lifestyle, where I upload 5 videos per week. And some of them are pretty good, if I do say so myself. Today we're going to get started with Las Vegas news. I was a little bit disappointed in Las Vegas news because not a lot of people got killed this week for random reasons, and all the cool shooting stories were just like mysteries, right? Las Vegas police are looking for the suspect. Well, that's not a news story. That's just you telling me something that happened. I want to hear about the news. I want the drama. I want to hear about some guy who dressed up as the Easter Bunny and then shot Spider-Man downtown and then ran away, but he tried to run away by hopping, and then he fell into the Mandalay Bay fountains, and the fountain shot him up, and then a drone ran into him, and it was a massive explosion with 3 people injured, 1 dead. That's the Las Vegas news I want to read about, but instead, we get to read about Marc-Andre Fleury's 3rd shutout of the playoffs. Help Vegas beat the Sharks 7-0. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to be big hockey fans, but let me tell you this. Las Vegas has a hockey team. It's our very first year, and we've already made it into the playoffs. We were dead last as far as what they predicted we would do. We were dead last on the Las Vegas sports books. No one thought we could achieve anything, and here we are in round 2 of the playoffs, and we just beat the Sharks 7-0. The Sharks haven't lost a game in at least 4 games. And we destroyed them. We took the Sharks and we made sashimi out of them. Let's read. Marc-Andre Fleury stopped 33 shots for his 3rd shutout of the playoffs, and the Vegas Golden Knights went on to beat the San Jose Sharks 7-0 Thursday night in Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals. Cody Eakin, Eric Halla, Jonathan Marchessault. I can never say his name right. They scored 1 minute 31. Oh, they scored a minute apart. Early in the first period to get Vegas going. At the 7-minute mark, it was 4-0. We shit on these guys. It wasn't even fair. And then sometime in the 3rd period, their team started to try to fuck up our team, so we sent out our shitty players to get fucked up. So basically what I'm saying is, Game 2, we're going to do the exact same motherfucking thing. And we have the most beast goalie ever. Fleury, who improved to 5-0 in the playoffs. We haven't lost in the playoffs yet, boys. Got his 13th career shutout. Why did they say playoffs twice? Fleury, who improved to 5-0 in the playoffs. Got his 13th career shutout in the playoffs. And 2nd straight in the playoffs. He also blanked Las Vegas 1-0 in the playoffs of Game 4 of the first round of the playoffs. I feel like they shouldn't say playoffs so many goddamn times. San Jose, which swept Anaheim in the first round, looked out of sorts by the time Vegas put its first 3 inches into their buttholes. I mean, their first 3 in the net, just 6 minutes into the game. And the Shackers, what the hell was going on with... Oh, we got a scooter rider right in this article. And the Shackers lost their cool early in the 3rd period, when Evander Kane was ejected for cross-checking Pierre-Edouard Bellemare in the face after a whistle. That was fucked up. He hit the guy in the shoulder. It might have been an accident. He checked this guy in the shoulder. Boom, hit him with the stick in the shoulder, and then the guy turned around. He went, meow. And as he turned around, I think this guy, Kane, tried to check him again in the shoulder, but by this time, his face ended up where his shoulder used to be, so he got him right in the fucking mouth. And then they kicked that fucking guy out of here, which hopefully he gets suspended so that game 2, it just makes it that much easier for us to destroy these guys. Anyways, I know a lot of you guys don't care about hockey, but it's a big deal. Can you imagine... Las Vegas hasn't had a pro team, I want to say ever, but that's probably not true. We may have had like a women's, I think we have a women's basketball team now. Maybe we had like a professional bowling team or something bullshit, but we never had a pro team that was super mainstream, right? So now we have this NHL team in the desert, somewhere that ice doesn't even form, right? You guys go outside and you have to fix your fucking driveway. There's ice everywhere. That's never happened to me. I've never walked out of my house and ever even worried about potentially having to slip and fall on anything ever. Unless it's maybe like a tumbleweed. Oh shit, tumbleweed. Oh, back up. So the idea that we have an ice hockey team, number 1, is insane. Number 2, we have an ice hockey team that's pretty dang good. If I say so myself, goddammit, yeehaw! Yeah, it's a big deal. When I bet that the Golden Nikes, I bet that the Golden Nikes would win the Western Division. I bet that in October. And the odds were 35 to 1. I bet $3.60. So if you guys want to do $3.60 times 35, that's how much I'm going to win if we can beat these guys in this series and then win the very next series. It's a big deal. It's over $100. Plus, I have another $2 bet that was 20 to 1. So that's like, at the end of the day, I'm going to get over $150. So next news story. I told you guys we were running low on news, so this is the best I could do. There is a hotel casino here in Las Vegas called the New York, New York. So, New York, New York to host hot dog eating contest. Yep, really an exciting day for Las Vegas news. Competitive eaters will chow down on hot dogs at the New York, New York for a chance to compete at Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest July 4th in New York. Man, Nathan must really love hot dogs. Trained, I like that it says trained, like they have like black belt hot dog eaters. Trained male and female competitors will gather at the New York, New York's Brooklyn Bridge Saturday at 3 p.m. to compete for the title. Nevada hot dog eating champion. Oh, that must just be a pussy magnet. The 2 contest winners will advance to the finals in Coney Island. In addition, a special employee contest will take place at 1 p.m. before the main event. Admission is free, and the event is open to the public. Yeah, no fucking shit. Could you imagine them trying to sell hot dog eating tickets for $20? Hey, you guys want to watch a bunch of weirdos shove dick-shaped small hot dogs into their throat without chewing at all and dip the bread in water and shove the mush into their face? Yeah, it's only $20 for you to sit front row and watch that garbage. It's gross. It's weird. Hot dog eating. Competitive eating. You know what kind of competitive eating I like? When you have to eat a big burrito and you have like an hour. But when you're shoving hot dogs in your mouth and not chewing them, it's fucking weird. Also, I would imagine it's super competitive. So there's just these guys that are like shit-talking each other. I would say that it's almost as lame as like a Magic the Gathering contest. And again, I'm biased, you know, from the guy that would go to a skateboard contest and watch a bunch of 14-year-olds flip their wood around. Hopefully land on it with the grip tape facing up, and then everyone cheers, and maybe they'll grind down some rails and balance like ballerinas. But at least in those skateboarding contests, people can get hurt, right? How badly can you get hurt at a hot dog eating contest? Oh my god, fucking Sakuraba accidentally shoved a hot dog in his eye socket. He had to be taken out. He's probably going to be out of the hot dog circuit for 3 months awaiting eyeball repair. Can you imagine? It just seems weird. So they'd be all competitive. Like, I'm sure it's just a bunch of fat guys just mean mugging each other. Like, hey, motherfucker, hey, remember in the Arizona contest in the Arizona semifinals of hot dog world championships? Yeah, that's gonna happen again, motherfucker. And they're just staring at each other all mean. And then you have like the one skinny guy. I've heard the skinny guys are actually pretty good at these hot dog contests. I'm not sure why. I would imagine that fat people, they have so much fat around their bellies that it squishes their stomach, versus skinny people. Skinny people are, I think, are better able to expand. Because I'm not necessarily a skinny person, but I could definitely, like, if I eat a bunch of steak, I just went to Outback the other day and spent 99 goddamn fucking dollars somehow. Appetizers and beer, man, they add up somehow. I can imagine eating a bunch of food and then my stomach starts to expand, and that's like extra, like space in there. But if you're a big fat man and you're trying to shove hot dogs into your mouth, you can't expand that much. Or maybe you can. I don't know. I've never been a fat man, and I've never been in a food eating contest. You know what's gross to me? Speaking of food eating contests. No, okay, first off, hot dogs are the most disgusting food on earth, okay? They gotta be right up there with like larva that comes out of trees. Raw horse dick, and then hot dogs. Basically one and the same. And then maybe, what else tastes gross? And kale. It's the 4 grossest things ever. Kale, raw horse dick, hot dogs, and whatever the fuck else I named. Just, no one wants to eat any of those things. And bug larva. No one wants to eat any of those things. You want it, the worst kebab in the world would be those 4 things just on a stick, just roasting over an open fire. That would be a hot dog eating contest, right? Like, hey, you know what? Don't eat the hot dogs. We have this weird kebab of disgusting things. Bug larva, raw horse dick, kale, and fucking hot dogs. That would be the one. I would call it the Steve Invitational. So, another thing that I think is weird is, like, pie eating contests. Have you seen pie eating contests? Some of them you're not allowed to use your hands. I don't get it, man. They just shove their face into the pie. It should just be called embarrassment contest. That should be a thing now, too. There should be a contest out there where the goal is just to really embarrass yourself without pulling out any of your body parts. I don't get it. Cassidy, 801, says, I like hot dogs, though. They're good. Okay, here's the thing about hot dogs. If you put hot dogs in a 1v1 with almost any other food, right? Hot dog versus hamburger. What are you going to pick? Hamburger. Hot dog versus taco. What are you going to pick? Taco. Hot dog versus pizza. What are you going to pick? Pizza. Furthermore, think about pizzas, right? Would you ever get a taco pizza? Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I would love a hot dog, like a taco pizza. Would you ever get like a burger pizza with ground beef? Yeah, I would love a burger pizza. Cool, yeah. Would you ever get a hot dog pizza? Fuck no. That's disgusting. It's gross. It's weird. Hot dogs look weird. You want to eat something dick-shaped? Get a hot link. A hot link is made from actual, like, what, sausage and fucking, and pork, right? A hot dog is made from fucking pig bones and blood. I just don't trust it. It doesn't look right. Hot dog, it doesn't look right. It just looks weird. And then they plump when you cook them. Why are they doing that? Sometimes they shrink, sometimes they plump. I just don't get it. Hot dogs, man. Every time someone brings hot dogs, it's to my barbecue, I'm always offended. You brought hot dogs to this barbecue? I didn't know that this was the homeless shelter. I thought we were here to eat good and enjoy, like, this holiday. Dang old bud says hot dogs also taste bad. Yeah, I'm not even talking about the taste yet. I'm talking about what they're made out of, what they look like, the texture. Why are hot dogs slippery when they come out of the package? Why is that a thing? This weird rubbery, like, slipperiness. Dude, I hate hot dogs, man. Hot link? Delicious. A little bit of spice in there. Throw a line of mustard down the front. Put it in a hot dog bun. Oh, man. And we feed these things to kids, too. Like, kids eat hot dogs. That's like the main food for kid. Hey, kid, I know you've been playing video games all day. You want me to boil up some hot dogs? Oh, yeah, boy, I would love that. Disgusting. I'd love for you to boil pig blood and pig bones ground up, wrapped in some weird casing. Oh. And plus, you know what? Have you ever watched that video of hot dogs being made? Surprisingly, there's also a video of Snoop Dogg watching hot dogs being made. Watch how a hot dog is made, and then tell me that you can enjoy a hot dog. And this is coming from the guy, you know what? I know what you're going to say. Well, watch how a chicken is made, and you're not going to want to eat a chicken. Look, I don't give a fuck that there's some weird Mexican dude in some farm beating the shit out of a chicken before we eat it. Because chickens, they have to get beat on, okay? It's a live animal. And the same thing goes for the pig. Pigs get beat up. The butcher process, it's all crazy, right? It's inhumane. Sure it is. Those things taste delicious. Hot dogs do not. But look at a hot dog being made. It's in this weird, like, slushy mix. It looks like a bloody Slurpee. Yep, a bloody Slurpee. That really makes me sound hungry, right? A blood Slurpee. And then they pack it into this weird casing. Oh man, how long are we gonna talk about hot dogs? You want to keep this going for another 10 or 15 minutes? Nah, maybe not. Hot dog eating contest. Can you imagine paying money to go to that? I certainly would not. So, next topic. My lips are very chapped today. If you're watching this, I keep licking my lips, and I think about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, they can see me. I must look like a... You know what? It's ironic that I'm talking about a food that I fucking hate, but I'm just licking my lips as if I'm hungry. Like, oh boy, I hate hot dogs. I can't wait. Anyways. So, something we do on this podcast every single week is we have a trivia question. Are you guys prepared for today's trivia question? This one should be an easy one, and I do not discourage you guys from using Google. It's, I would say just don't use Google and do it by Scout's honor, but you know what? To make it fair and square, even Stevens, everyone's allowed to Google, and if you win, you get a brand new pistol. I'm kidding. If you win, you get a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack mailed directly to you free of charge as long as you live in America. If you don't live in America, hey, that sucks for you. In your face, Norway. Fuck you. So, today's question is, what year was the Nintendo 64 game Mario 64 released? What year was Mario 64 released? For those of you who don't know, I am a Mario 64 16-star speedrunner. I'm in the top 100, and Silhouette is the winner. He already knew that shit. He didn't have to Google it. So you know what? Scout's honor, we didn't need to Google it. 1996, same year as the 64. Damn, some of you guys could have jumped the gun there. Silhouette, give me your information via either Facebook or Discord, and I will send you your very own Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. Oh, 1979. Holy shit, can you imagine? No fair, there's a delay for me. There's a delay for everyone. Cassidy. In your face. Yeah, Mario 64 is one of the most dynamic, interesting games out, especially for Nintendo 64. I also really enjoy GoldenEye 007. Everyone always says, but Mario Kart, I like Mario Kart. Fuck that shit. Mario Kart Super Nintendo's is way better than Mario Kart for 64. So congratulations to Silhouette. Everyone in the chat who's bitching about lag, Silhouette, he turned his stream quality down and got in there. You know what? It's not cheating if everyone has the opportunity to do it. That's how the law works here in Las Vegas as far as table games and casino games. I may have talked about this before. I went to school for casino games. I graduated from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV, running Rebels. See, if you're using like an electronic device, that gives you an advantage that no one else at the table is allowed to use. If you're counting cards, that is an advantage, but everyone else is also physically able to count cards. That's why counting cards is not illegal. It's just, I guess, frowned upon. The casino has the right to remove you from the casino or the table whenever they want to, but they can't tell you you're doing something illegal if you're using a skill that is available to everyone at the table. There's also something called hole carding, which is where you can kind of see if the dealer's sloppy and they kind of deal a card kind of upward. That's also pretty frowned upon, but you know what? That's something that the entire table typically is able to pick up on, and if they don't do it, then they're losing, and that's what Silhouette did. He put himself in a position to where he could win the trivia, and he did it because he's a goddamn cheater. And you know what happens to cheaters? They get ahead in life. They really do. Last week I was going to talk about car problems. Now, I have not had that many car problems. In fact, the oldest car that I had was a 96 Honda Accord. Now, that's not that old. It's not that old of a car. I've been really lucky and blessed as far as, like, cars go. But, I did have an issue with my current car. I had a million issues with that Honda, but I also drove it a lot. And I got that car, like, third hand. It was, like, the third hand-me-down. But, I'll tell you a funny story about this car. I was coming home from skateboarding, and I was driving with somebody in the car. I think it was, my homie Foz, or somebody was in the car with me. We're driving, everything's good, and then I feel my car go, poof, poof. And I try to look in the rear view, and I see some shit that I just ran over. But I'm pretty good at driving. Like, I'm pretty alert. So, I'm driving, and I'm just like, dude, I did not see anything in the road. Why did my car just do a huge fucking jump? And I'm like, I'm looking behind me. I can clearly see I ran some shit over, but I don't know. I didn't see anything coming. So I'm perplexed. I pulled over, looked at my car. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, my car looks cool? Okay. Because it was a big fucking boom. Then there was a car behind me. They were also coming from skateboarding, so they pulled over too. And I was like, dude, I just fucking ran over something. And they were like, yeah, it looked like a tire. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And so anyways, I go on with my life. I go to the skate park. I finish skateboarding. And I go home. And all the way home, my radio starts acting weird. My radio's going on and off and on and off and on and off. And then my windshield wipers start going. And then my headlights start going on and off and on and off and on and off. And then I turned, like, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think I turned my radio on and my horn went off. Beep, beep. Then I turned the radio off and the horn stopped. And then the same thing happened with my lights. I turned my lights on. Beep, beep. Turn my lights off, the horn stops. So I don't know what the hell's going on. So eventually I get home, I pull into my driveway, and then my horn just starts going. I turn the car completely off, and my horn is just going nuts. Beep! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? I'm not pressing it. I'm like shaking my steering wheel, like, what's going on here? You know, I'm just a kid. I was probably fucking 18, 17. I didn't know shit about cars. I still barely know shit about cars. So I open the hood, unplug the horn, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So my grandpa eventually comes over and helps me. What had happened was there's a panel underneath my front right wheel. It's a panel like a cover. And what it does is it covers all the electrical wires. And each electrical wire has like a little, what do you call it? Like a coat around it, right? Excuse me. It's like insulated. So that if they run into each other, it's all good. So they had all touched my tire. They were dangling over my wheel well, and there was nothing covering them from touching my tire. So my tire's just rubbing on all these different wires. And it rubbed off all the sleeve. Exactly, Doug. It rubbed off all the sleeve. So now all these wires, now they're all just out in the open. And they're all touching each other. So that's why all the different shit that was going wrong on my car, all these different wires are just touching each other, making shit go off, just shorting each other out. And eventually it was all good. We taped off each wire with some electrical tape, got them all re-insulated, and then it was all good, taped them all together. And then now, now that panel is being held up with like 1,000 shoelaces. There's now 1,000 shoelaces all tied in these weird intricate knots. I got under there, I tied everything up because it was dangling. And now every time I get my oil changed, I'm always wondering, like, dude, somebody's underneath my car, and they probably just looked up, and they probably see thousands of shoelaces holding everything together, and they must think I'm fucking retarded. They probably think I'm a tweaker. But that was a car problem I had that was kind of a big deal. I was once skateboarding with Texx. Yeah, I use zip ties. That would be a good thing. I didn't have any at the time. If I could use wires, wire ties would be even better. I was skateboarding with Texx, and we went up to Mount Charleston, which is about an hour away from Las Vegas. It's way up in the mountains, and sometimes it snows there in the winter. But in the summertime, they have a mini ramp made out of metal, and I've skated it on my channel a couple times. So we were up there skateboarding. We drove his car, his piece of shit car, all the way up this mountain. You know, it's all uphill. It's all good. We get there, no car problems at all. We skateboard. Skateboarding's all good, having a great time. The sun goes down. The resort is completely deserted because it's summertime. no one is no one's there, right? So we leave. We're just the only car on the road. We're going down this road, and Texas, I think he's just holding onto the brake. He's holding onto the brake the whole time, you know, because we don't need speed. We're just going downhill, and he doesn't want to go too fast because then we'll fucking flip the car and I'll die. So he's going down there, and I'm pretty sure he had his brakes on the whole time, and his car starts fucking smoking. And I smell rubber. His car's smoking, so he pulls over. We get out the car, we look at it, and the rotor, like behind his like hubcap, I guess, or his cover, is fucking bright orange. It's like molten fucking red, just burning, super fucking hot. And I'm just like, whoa, dude, like I don't know shit about cars, but there's no part of your car should be glowing bright fucking red. So we grabbed some water and threw water on it, which was a horrible idea. That was the stupidest thing we probably could have done. Threw water on it, and yeah, it was fucked. So then he gets in the car, and you know, us trying to get all that shit going, I'm pretty sure the battery died because he had his dome light was on. We're in pitch black, right? There's no lights anywhere. We're in the middle of the desert, kind of in the mountains, nowhere to fucking go. None of our phones work, so we're just like, well, this is gonna fucking suck. We might be stuck here for a while, boys. And so I get on my phone, and I barely have any service. So I started to figure it out, and I'm like, okay, we can get your car going if we push it, and we start it in neutral, and then you fucking start the car and immediately put it in drive. Whatever it was, there was this intricate set of fucking things to get the car going again. So we're all pushing it down this hill, and we get it started again, and we're going, and finally everything's cool. His car ended up being okay, but think about it. We're kind of all like on edge now, dude. We thought we were about to fucking spend the night out here in the fucking desert, and we're going. Everything's good. Texas like trying to not ride the brakes so much, and then we're just like, you know, it's all quiet. The radio's off, and then this gigantic fucking owl comes and swoops right in front of it. Fucking bounces off his fucking windshield. Poof, flies away. And it was the scariest thing ever. If you can imagine, have you ever played like a really scary video game and it's all quiet? It's all quiet. Oh no. And then it's like, boom! And then some fucking huge action thing happens. A monster pops out. That's what it felt like. We're driving all quiet. Like, okay, cool. And the owl, boom! Slams in the windshield. Where it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then he's fucking swerving and shit. I've never seen an owl like that. And I've never seen an owl that close because I was sitting in the passenger seat. Fucking owl is this far from me. And that shit was fucking scary. And we were just like, what the hell is motherfucking going on? Cars broke down, stuck in the middle of nowhere, no service. An owl tries to attack a car that is much bigger than that. What was that owl thinking? Right? He can see the headlights. Why would an owl do that? Owls are supposed to be smart, right? The wise old owl. But I've heard from people that know about owls that owls are actually really dumb animals, right? I guess they always run into windows, and they also look dumb. But they're so cute. Have you seen these owls, cute Instagram videos where the owl just walks up like, and it's like you're petting the owl? This owl was not that cute. Fucking scary-ass owl. Didn't like that at all. So that was that was my topic as far as Texas car issue and my car issues. Other than that, haven't had a lot of car issues. Oh, I did almost kill everyone in Major Crew in California one day. We had gone to a big-ass party at the barracks, and whatever, had a good time, did some skateboarding. I was actually in a bad mood because some fucking asshole told me I'm not allowed to film in the barracks. And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, I don't want to tell that story today. So we're driving, and my GPS is being retarded like it always is. And at the last fucking possible second, it goes, turn right, because we were trying to get back home. And we weren't staying anywhere near the barracks. We were staying somewhere else. In fact, we might have been driving back to Vegas. I don't know. But anyways, it tells me to get off on this exit. And I fucking zoom. I look behind me. There's no cars. I zoom off to get off this exit. We almost run into the median. And what I didn't notice was there was a curb. So we didn't hit the curb. I was hauling fucking ass. If I would have hit the curb, dude, we probably would have all died. My fucking axle would have snapped. Car would have turned left. We would have flipped. Four out of 5 of us would be dead. But it was good because we hit the curb, and the one side of the curb was a ramp. So it was a nice curb that went up to a ramp, and then we just fell off the curb. So we went up there, and it was just like one half of the car goes up on the side, and then we dropped it, boom, going fast as fuck, and everyone's just like, why the fuck did you do that? And I'm just like, why the fuck aren't you guys paying attention to fucking GPS? Motherfucker. Why is that always a thing? Why do you got a car filled with fucking people, and I gotta sit there and look down at my lap trying to figure out fucking GPS, and everyone else is checking their fucking Instagram? Every goddamn road trip I go on, it's some passenger not fucking doing anything to help anything. I'm driving, it's my gas money, it's my car that's getting fucked up, I gotta change my oil on the way back. If I get a flat tire, I'm the one who has to jack up the car and put the fucking donut on. It's all me. Like, driving, I feel like driving should be a little bit of teamwork, right? No one's ever offered like, oh, I can drive the rest of the way. Not fucking ever. I've never even had someone be like, oh, you know what, I'll control GPS. Nope, no one does anything. Hey, Steve, can you fucking do everything for me because I'm a baby? And can you fucking spoon feed me my muffin that I just bought from the store while I check Instagram and you fucking do everything? Jesus fucking Christ. Lost my composure there for a moment. Welcome to Stop Crying Poser, episode number 7. God damn it, I hate that shit. I hate being the one that does everything. I get so mad even at my YouTube channel sometimes because I'm just like, hey, someone will be like, hey, can you promote my YouTube channel or something? Or hey, can you help me with this? Or can you help me with that? I'm going to use Richie as an example. He's never asked me for anything, but he's an example because you guys know who he is. Or somebody will be like, hey, okay, here's a good one. Some friend that I kind of vaguely know will be like, hey, I'm coming out with this with my new free running team. Can you upload a free running video to your YouTube so I can get a bunch of followers? Then I go, no, I'm not going to do that. We never hang out. We're not really even friends. We're sort of just like, associates, I guess. I'm not going to upload your stupid ass free running video. And then I get this whole thing. Well, dude, I help you out all the time. Oh, you help me out all the time. Yeah, I help you out all the time, dude. And it's just like, what? You've never even left a comment on my video. You help me? And then they do this thing like, yeah, dude, remember that one time when I held the camera? And I go, oh, yeah, that one time when you held the camera. Oh, yeah, because I held the camera for the other 1,500 videos on my YouTube, all the other ones. Yeah, you held the camera that one time. Guess what I do? I hold the camera. I film the videos. I do the tricks. I edit the videos. I fucking market the videos. I pay for the advertising. I do all the social media. I promote the videos. I upload the videos. I look at the comments of the videos. That's what I do. I do all the other work. But you held the camera once for one video out of 1,500 videos? Oh, 1 out of 1,500 isn't even 1%. And of that video, you didn't even do 1% of it. So what's less than 1% of 1% of 1%? Oh, 0. You've basically done 0. Because guess what? Remember that one time you held the camera, asshole? If you hadn't have held the camera, I would still be as successful as I am today. Because you holding the camera that one day has no fucking effect on my success whatsoever. So fuck you, fuck free running, fuck parkour, and we were never friends. Eat my fucking balls. And I go through that at least once a month with someone who I've met. It's fucking ridiculous. One guy was like, hey dude, yeah, I got this, it had something to do with like smoking weed, or like, hey, I'm trying to sell these weed pipes. It'd be cool if you could promote those on your YouTube. And I'm like, oh, that's cool because we've never done anything even like remotely weed related on my channel. That sounds like a great idea. Did I kick the table and make this camera turn? When did the camera get turned like that? Oh my God. That's just my life. That's just the story of my life. You want to know something else that really peeves me off? We used to, on Shredcast, every week I would have a Subway story because I was repairing slot machines, and I would always go to the same Subway, and it was a ghetto-ass Subway right there on Las Vegas Boulevard. But today I went to Subway, or I didn't go to Subway today, I went yesterday. And as I'm getting my my spicy Italian on wheat with pepper jack, lettuce, tomatoes, olives, green peppers, jalapenos, light mustard, light chipotle. No, that's it. I don't want a cookie or a drink. No, thank you. As I was buying that, I looked down and I saw this tip jar. And I thought to myself, like, there's no way they expect me to tip them for making the sandwich. Now, if you're at a restaurant, you tip. And tipping's huge here in Las Vegas because the service industry. Everyone works in the service industry. Everyone is a bartender or a server or a waiter, or they do something for customers, and they get tips for it because they make the customer's experience easier. You can make the customer's experience shittier, or you can make it easier. And when they choose to do it easier, you tip them a $5 bill, or if you ordered a drink, you give them an extra $1. That way they can come back to you and give you drinks more promptly. You're basically paying for a service. At Subway, I don't feel like I'm paying for a service. I don't feel like I should pay you to do your job. I feel like Subway pays you to do your job. It's not like these Subway people go out of their way to hook me up. So I'll have a spicy Italian. I think I'm going to make it extra spicy for you. No one at Subway's ever said that. Actually, on that note, if they did say that, it'd be kind of creepy. I'm going to make it extra spicy for you. I'll have it extra spicy. Here's my thing. If you want to get tipped at Subway, I'm going to give you a life hack. For all the Subway employees, let me give you a life hack. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody and they'll say, yeah, I'll have a spicy Italian. And then someone will go, hey, what type of cheese do you want? And they'll go, you know what? I don't need any cheese. A little light should go off in your head if you work at Subway. You should go, bing. Okay, this guy didn't ask for cheese. Now, my cheese balance is off. Now I have too much cheese. I have way too much cheese to balance my drawer at the end of the night. What should I do? Oh, you know what you could do? The next guy, named Steve, runs a YouTube channel named Ninja Lifestyle, comes in. He's being nice and friendly. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'll have a spicy Italian on wheat. Pepper jack. They could look at me and say, hey, you know what, dude? I like pepper jack too, man. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to give you an extra slice of pepper jack. And then I go, me? You would do that for me? What did I do? Why are you being so friendly to me? Samuel, what? I don't deserve this extra cheese. This is so nice of you. This is so nice. What a great day this is. Then you know what happens when they say, when I get to the checkout and they say that's going to be $5.41. You know what happens? I give him $6 and I fuck off because he hooked me up and I'm going to hook him up. But I shouldn't have to give them tips when all they're doing is their normal fucking thing, because they can't make it a miserable thing for me. What if they tried? They said, I'll have olives, and they put 3 olives down. I don't have to live with that. I can just say, hey, how about we fucking bump those olive numbers up? Let's get a couple more olives on there. Is that going to be okay? Moss olives? Maybe. A little bit more. Come on, let's get it. Olive that bitch up. Yeah, they're just doing their job. And then you think about, like, restaurants, too. Your servers, they're doing shit. You tip your servers and your waiters and shit, waitresses, whatever. You're tipping them because they're always checking on you. Easiest way for my tip to go from 20% all the way down to 10% is for me to have to sit there and ask for the check. You see that I'm done with all my fucking food. My plate is clean. Or if I ask for a to-go box and then I have to count to fucking 500 Mississippi for my goddamn to-go box. I get it. You're busy, but it's Applebee's. It only seats fucking 30 seats. You probably only have 6 tables. It wouldn't be that fucking hard for you to get the old fucking to-go box and bring it by and set it down. And, hey, while you're at it, maybe give me my check, asshole. You know what? Also, the tip goes down slightly when I have to do shit myself. Like nowadays, I was at Olive Garden the other day, and before that I was at Chili's. Guess how you order your drinks? You get out a tablet, you go and you select what drinks you want, and you hit send. Oh, yeah. Yep. Now I'm ordering my own drinks. I'm going to give that tip to me now. I now get that tip. 20% just went down to 18. Every time I order my own fucking drink, 20, 18, 16. That's me doing the work. I get paid for when I do the work. Am I being like too mean about it? Because bartenders, I tip them well all the time because they go out of their way. A bartender could have 15 people around the bar, and if they come to me, hey, sorry about that, hey, or how about this? If they remember my name and if they remember what I was drinking. If they come back and they're like, here you go, dude, boop. Here's your Budweiser. Oh, you remembered. Cool, thank you. Yeah, it's all good. What I think of self-checkout at the grocery stores? Oh my God, 775 Anthony Mike. Don't get me fucking started on self-checkout. I am a goddamn master at self-checkout. I get in there, doop, 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 doop. I type in my little reward number, doop, 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 doop. Boom, put my card in, I'm out of there. I'm in and I'm out. You know what I don't like about these fucking self-checkouts is when you get the slowest person ever who's trying to be an extreme couponer and they have 100 items. I feel like those people are just the clogs of society. You know what I mean? That's the fake hair that goes in the drain, that clogs it and ruins everyone's life. That's what old people are that try to extreme coupon at self-checkout. You know what we should do to those people? We should get this big, long we should get a coupon and put it on the end of a fishing pole and lure them onto a little pontoon boat and send it out into the ocean and fucking test a nuke on it. Yeah, half price, bitch. That's what we should fucking do. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the whole tipping thing. You know what? Here in Las Vegas, if you win money, we also tip for that also. That kind of sounds weird, right? But if you win $200, you're expected to give the bartender $20. And if you win $1,000, you're expected to give the bartender about $100. Now, what I do, I don't really do that shit. I usually will like cut it in half. If I win $200, I'll throw the bartender $20. You got me there. If I win $400, yeah, I'll throw him $30. Like my tip kind of gets lower because I'm a fucking piece of shit. If I win $1,000, you're gonna get $60. Now, if I told that to a bartender, they would call me a fucking asshole. But in my opinion, bartenders don't help me gamble. Okay? And here's the thing. If I gamble $100 and I lose all 100, the bartender doesn't come up and give me $10. Oh no. Oh no. It doesn't work both ways. It only works one way. One way. Yeah. Then again, I guess they do comp drinks. If you're gambling a lot of money, you get free drinks. But guess what? There's no amount of free drinks that can make up for how fast I could gamble if I wanted to. If I'm playing max bet on a poker game, I'm going to lose $20 approximately every 2 to 3 minutes. You're going to give me a beer every 2 to 3 minutes for free? A $20 beer? Oh, no, I don't think so. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know your thoughts on tipping. And let me know what's the worst car story you've ever had. We're about to wrap up today's podcast, but don't worry, there will be an after show. I think we covered some good stuff. We talked about hot dogs for about a half of a fucking hour. I don't know how we managed to do that. We talked about car problems, we talked about Subway, and we even talked a little bit about self-checkout. Time flies, right? I feel like we get on here, I yell about shit, and time just happens to just go right by, and that's how I feel like, that's how I know I'm being a pretty good entertainer. Either that, or I'm just a fucking chronic rambler. I just ramble about shit that no one fucking cares about. You guys let me know in the comment below. Am I doing a good job here? Am I going overboard? I'll accept the I'll accept the criticism if anyone says, well, you know what? You did talk a little bit about hot dogs for a tad bit too long. But you know what? You know who would say that shit? Hot dog lovers. Fucking hot dog lovers. Goddamn. Oh, man, we should put them, you know what we should do? Put the hot dog on the fishing pole, lure them out to the pontoon with those other people, with the goddamn self-checkout couponers. Half-price hot dog, half-price fucking nuclear bomb. Speaking of that, North Korea and South Korea are buddying up, right? I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know shit about politics, but that's crazy. I think it's crazy because I grew up, for years, it was all about, yeah, North Korea shot at South Korea over the border. No one knows who shot first, but oh, goddammit, do those Asians hate each other? And I heard that for years and years and years and years. And now suddenly, I get on Facebook, I see these two guys fucking hugging. And Kim Jong-un, he looks like an anime character. That guy looks, I want to play him in a fighting game. I want to get the new Tekken 10, and I want to play as that guy. He looks just like, what a character he is. It makes me think of that movie with James Franco. Anyways, guys, we're going to wrap up the podcast. If you guys are watching live, remember, stick around. I'm going to do a little personal post-show for you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, again, let me know, when did your car recently fuck up? What do you feel about hot dogs? What else did we talk about? Subway tipping, or tipping in general. Tipping over cows, tip of your dick, or tip your server. You decide. More at 11. We do this podcast every single Friday live here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. On Instagram, I usually ask you guys for topics, but today I came up with all the topics because I do fucking everything all the time, everywhere. That's what I do. I run the show. I upload the video. I film the video. I talk in the video. I edit the video. Yeah, put my balls on the fucking camera when no one's looking because I hate you guys. Oh, I do hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to tune in live one time or 2 times. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Sign up for Twitch. You can type in the chat. I can read your names. 775, Anthony Mike, Daniel, A Silhouette, Itchit, Daniel G, Ryan James, Jodamith, Happy Egg Roll TV, Cassidy, Ryan James, Doug Desatels, and more. Where was your name? It wasn't there because you weren't here. You weren't here for me, man, when I needed you the most. Well, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Let's go ahead and play that intro. I will see you guys in the future. Kuna Matata, bitches.